Hi guys, Assalamualaikum. My name is NATASHA binti ZAINAL ABIDIN from M1T1 class. Today I would like to discuss with you past year question chapter 7.2 and 7.1 acids and base titration. My question is number 58, question year 2018-2019. The question is, a sample of 0.214 gram of unknown monoprotic acid HA was dissolved in 25 ml of water and titrated with 0.1 m NaOH. The acid required 27.40 ml of the base to reach the equivalent point. So you have the question. What you should do is analyze this question and highlight the keywords. Okay, for question number 1 is they need you to determine the molarity of the acids. Question number 2, calculate the pH of the solution if 40 ml NaOH is added to the acid solution. Question number 3 is explain qualitatively the pH of the solution at equivalent point. This red one, this one, and this one is just number. If I highlight the value that are given in the question, I think it's easier for me to determine what is it. Either it is volume, molarity, moles, or whatever. So it's easy to see. The green one is what the question need you to do. In a simple word, is the keyword for the question. So the first question is determine the molarity of the acid. Look at this question. They didn't give you any equation, right? So you should write down your own equation. Make sure write it with correct phase, and write it and balance the equation. Okay. This equation. You can go and take a look in lecture note. So first question is determine the molarity of the acid. By using this formula, we can find the molarity of the acid. Why? Because they already given the volume of water, the molarity of NaOH, and the volume of the base. So it's fine for you to find the molarity of the acid. So simplify this formula into M1 equal to M2V2 over V1. Substitute the value 0.1 times 27.40 over 25, and you have the answer is 0.1069 m. Next, question 2. Calculate the pH of the solution if 40 ml NaOH is added to the acid solution. Step 1. Write the general formula to find the number of moles of HA and to find the number of moles of NaOH. Why? We need this value to insert into the table. This table is similar to a table, but they didn't have change and equilibrium. They have initial and final, only two, initial and final. So in order to find the moles of HA and NaOH, choose the same formula for both of these. Is choose MV over 1000, MV over 1000 here. Okay, for number of moles of HA, substitute the molarity times with the value over 1000, and then simplify and the answer and write down your final answer with correct unit. The unit is mole. Next, number of moles of NaOH is using the similar equation to when you find the moles of HA, which is MV over 1000. Substitute the value 0.1 m times 40 ml over 1000, and then you have the final answer. And again, write it with the correct unit, which is mole. When you have these two values, put it in this box. What is the moles of HA? Is 2.74 times 10 to the power of negative 3. NaOH is 4.3 times 10 to the power of negative 3. And A is 0. They didn't give, this is what we need to find lah, basically. So they didn't give any value to put it here, so just put 0. H2O dash dash, because this is liquid, this doesn't matter. So look at here, right? Between HA and NaOH, HA have the smallest value of number of moles. So number of moles here and here, you minus with the lowest value of the moles, which is HA lah. So 2.74 times 10 to the power of negative 3 minus 2.74 times 10 to the power of negative 3 equal to 0. And AOH 4.3 times 10 to the power of negative 3 minus 2.74 times 10 to the power of negative 3. You have the answer 1.26 times 10 to the power of negative 3. Look at here, this is negative because this is reactant. Remember that reactants are always negative. And this is positive because this is product. Remember, product is positive, reactant is negative. So this one is minus, this one is this one is plus lah. 0 plus 2.74 times 10 to the power of negative 3. You have the answer 2.74 times 10 to the power of negative. Okay, next, you need to find the molarity of NaOH. But, based on the question, 40 ml of NaOH is added to the acid solution. So, the volume change because we add more volume. So, we need to find the total volume of the solution, which is 25 ml plus 40 ml, you have 65 ml. This is the final volume of the solution after addition of 50 ml NaOH into the acid solution. To find the molarity of NaOH, we use this formula, which is number of moles over volume of the solution. The number of moles of NaOH is 1.26 times 10 to the power of negative 3 over 60 ml here over 1000, because we need to change it into liter. Look at this unit. So we need to change it into liter, and you have the answer 0.0194 m molarity, or you can write it as mole L negative 1. So you have the molarity of NaOH. This question needs you to find the pH. So the concentration of OH minus is similar to the concentration of NaOH. So the concentration of OH minus is 0.0194 m. In order to find the pH, we need to find the pOH first. The formula for pOH is pOH equal negative log concentration OH minus. Substitute the value, you have the answer 1.7122. So you have the pOH already. We need to find the pH. The formula general for pH is pH plus pOH equal to 14. You need to find the pH, so simplify the equation. pH equal to 14 minus pOH, substitute the value, and we have the answer 12.29. That's it for question 2. For question 3, the answer required you to explain qualitatively the pH of the solution at equivalent point. So at equivalent point, the equivalent amount of HA and NaOH will be neutralized stoichiometrically with 1:1 ratio. Thus, only salt and water present. Water is H2O, salt is NaA. The salt NaA is completely dissociated to Na+ and A- ion. However, Na+ ion doesn't react with water and only A- ion react with water. So this is you need to write down this equation, okay? Look at here. Only A minus, I'm sorry, only ion A minus hydrolyzed in water forming hydroxide OH minus, and this is HA. Okay, we have this. So when forming hydroxide OH minus causes the pH of the solution at equivalent point greater than 7. That's it from me. Thank you guys.
That's all for this video. Please do remember, subscribe, like, and share. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to consult with your lecturers. Stay at home, stay safe. Bye.